So Hilar, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you and good afternoon. We started a joint project with the Ukrainian Quality Agency in April 24, and the project will end this month. And despite the extreme condition in Ukraine, the project has been a complete success. The set goals have been achieved. An institutional accreditation model that meets the needs of Ukraine has been developed and successfully piloted in 3 Ukrainian universities. NACA experts and universities participating in the pilot have benefited from the project, and not only these 3 universities, but also other universities through various seminars and analyses. The project has also been very useful for Haka as well for Estonian universities. During the visit of Ukrainian colleagues to Estonia in January, the Ukrainian partners also introduced us to how to cope with the university management and teaching in crisis conditions. I am pleased to say that the sharing of the experiences will continue until the last days of the project. Today, 2 Estonian universities will introduce their management and statistics dashboards, and interest in this became apparent during the last visit in January, and it's a great pleasure to see such great interest in it from Ukrainian universities. And I wish everyone a meaningful webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hilar. Let me also, on behalf of National Agency for Higher Education Quality Assurance, say big thank you to you, Hilar, to Heli, and to all HACA colleagues for this project, which is beneficial for all stakeholders, not for 2 agencies, but also for Ukrainian universities, and even not only for those 3 Ukrainian universities which have undergone the institutional accreditation procedures, but also those universities which benefit from the sharing experience from webinars which we conduct. And what is also very important, I would like to thank our colleagues, Estonian colleagues from Estonian universities, because last month we visited Tallinn, some stakeholders who were involved into the project visited Tallinn, and Ukrainian delegation had opportunity to observe best practices of Estonian universities, especially regarding usage of this internal quality assurance system management and some models and tools. And thank you very much for agreeing to share these practices with wider audience. This webinar is recorded, so many stakeholders will be able to benefit from the recording, but also I see that more than 130 participants are currently now are with us and participate and can ask questions, but also we have more than 300 registered participants, so they will potentially join, or then they will also benefit from the recording. So thank you very much for agreeing to share your best practices. And of course, we would like to thank SDEV, which is Estonian Center for International Development. So this organization has supported this project, and which is really important and really impactful for Ukrainian quality assurance system, to enhance quality assurance system and to share best practices of Estonian universities with Ukrainian universities. So thank you very much, colleagues. And I'm not going to talk a lot. So I think all participants of the webinar are looking forward to hear from our experts, from our colleagues from Estonian universities. So I give the floor to a representative of University of Tartu, Dorel Tam-Klaus, to share experience of University of Tartu. Please, Dorel, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for invitation. And also I'm very impressed by the numbers who have come here to listen to us. It takes me a little bit of time to share my screen and then we can start. So, can everybody see my screen and my slides? Yes, no,
Yes.
maybe?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, let's start then. My name is Dorel and I work as a quality manager at the University of Tartu. And in my role, I focus on developing systematic approach to quality assurance. Also, I'm very keen about evidence-based management and continuous improvement across the university. So today I would like to introduce our statistical dashboards and the logic behind it.
Dorel, I'm very sorry, but it seems you need to click, continue to share just to demonstrate the slides because we can see the additional tools on the probably.
So I can, as always with technical things, I cannot do anything. I have clicked it like 10 times.
Maybe
let's start
maybe
again.
Restart it again. Yes.
Let's see. No.
Maybe just as an idea to share with Anna, and Anna will help to demonstrate it.
No, we cannot get rid of the.
If you share the presentation with Anna, Anna will help you to demonstrate it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Actually, probably my laptop has stopped working with me because okay, let's see, like this. Let's start again. And knee. So, is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. So, after a rough start, let's start again. So, from vision to actual reality, the journey began in December 2020 with the launch of the General Statistics Dashboard. It was the first dashboard we created. And at that point, the primary goal was to solve the practical challenge, improving the accessibility and reliability and timeless of the data. As our vice rector for the research noted at that time. And rather than building a large system all at once, we started with one dashboard. And new dashboards are introduced step by step. Over the time, the platform expanded, and now we have 10 comprehensive dashboards serving different stakeholders, from public to, for example, program managers of the curricula. We have 3 core principles. First, accessibility. The data is not confined to isolated reports, and it is openly available. It's easy to navigate and suitable for reporting and presentations. Second, consistency. All the indicators are based on fixed and clearly defined methodologies. And thirdly, we have long-term data, which enables comprehensive trend analysis. Most data sets are updated annually, but for example, financial data is refreshed monthly. And once the data is published, it is not modified. And this actually guarantees the transparency and the trust. System is powered by approximately 60 structured data files with several data sets retrieved automatically from different university databases. So as I said, we have 10 different dashboards, and 2 of them are public and 8 of them are internal. I think the major strength of the system is its long historical view. Although we have different timelines, some data sets extend 15 years back. And the historical data also has been aligned with the current organizational structure of the university. So we can compare results over that period of time. Now the slides, which is like the most technical in my presentations, and this kind of explains how we do it. We use R Shiny, which is an open source framework for creating interactive web-based data applications. And all the data processing and calculations are developed in program R. And as I said, data is collected from various university information system through APIs or structured Excel files, which are provided by different departments. Then they are processed and deployed to Shiny server, and all the users can access to these dashboards directly. The dashboards are not static. As I said, we started with 1, but now we have 10. So they evolve continuously, and we try to adapt to demands of the data. So a little bit about the quality side of the data. We use dashboards, and they play a central role in supporting university management decision-making. And they are used at the rectorate level, to faculty level, to institute level. Also, program managers are using the data to internally evaluate the curricula. They provide shared data-based understanding of universities' performance. And the dashboards make institutional dynamics visible. We can observe the trends in student numbers, in research output, funding, staff compositions, and etc. As I said, the dashboards have a strategic impact, and they connect to everyday activities, also with long-term strategic objectives. And strategic alignment becomes more measurable. Kind of instead of discussing strategy in abstract terms, our managers can track concrete indicators and evaluate whether strategic targets are being achieved. Now, we have a broader influence. These dashboards have broader influence. As I said, it supports also performance-based funding at the faculty level. We make key indicators visible and comparable, so the dashboard provide a structured basis for monitoring results and allocating resources. Second, the platform is significantly reduces information asymmetry. So actually everyone can access the data. Previously, data was fragmented and accessible only to certain units or difficult to interpret, but now everyone who wants can access the data and have the same information. And also the University of Tartu stands out for its level of public data availability. 2 of our dashboards are fully public, and we like to think that this demonstrates our institutional openness. Some words also internal evaluation of curricula. We reformed it in 2021. And the aim was to make quality assurance more systemic, transparent, and data-driven. And again, the statistical dashboards play a central role here by providing the program manager and faculties with all the necessary data. One important element is the annual analysis of courses and curriculum. Instead of kind of treating the feedback as fragmented comments, it is systematically reviewed, analyzed, and linked to the development activities. Another important principle is also visibility. The draft reports are prepared within our study information system, but after approval by the program council, all the reports become visible inside our university to a broader audience. So this allows the peer learning and opens up the dialogue. Also some numbers. In 2025, the main dashboard, general statistics dashboard, recorded over 33,000 visits from more than 15,000 unique users. Our second public dashboard, which is research dashboard, had 4,900 visits. And the workplace well-being dashboard, which is currently kind of in every talk at our university, because our results were just published. It was visited 1,500 times during last year. So, and now we can move towards the more concrete things. If you use our dashboard, then you can actually first select parameters from the left-hand menu, for example, year and faculty and institute. Then also the visualization is interactive. When you hover around the chart elements, you can see exact numerical values. And you can also export these datasets into Excel files, and then you can do your own magic with them if you want to make an analysis or report or presentation of some kind. But this was kind of the introduction about our dashboards, and I thought that I will show you some of them. Let's see how I manage this difficult thing to switch from one to another. Mhm. Nii. So can you see our dashboard, the first one?
Yes.
Okay. This is like the landing page of our statistical website, and it's the general data set. It opens up with the information about the students. For example, you can see that we have 184 students from Ukraine. Here are the numbers of students by level of study or number of students in our 4 faculties, percentage of international students, and etc. This dashboard is completely public, so you can come here and kind of play with the data. But I wanted to show the key performance indicators. This view presents the university's key performance indicators linked to our 2025 strategic targets. And this allows us to monitor the progress in a structured and transparent way. And if you don't like tables, you can also see these statistics as a chart. You can. In the morning, I could see it as a chart. So this actually should show all our movement towards the targets in chart format. It's so fun that if I kind of went through the dashboards during the morning, everything worked. So pay attention, TalTech colleagues. Maybe soon you will find yourself in the same kind of situation. Okay. So as I also wanted to show you that at least this one opens up. All the key performance indicators are also broken down by faculties, and the target values are different for different faculties depending on their base level. And on the basis of the movement towards the target, also some decisions about performance-based funding is made at our university. So this is kind of the general information. I also wanted to show you our second public database, which is about our research dashboard. We have mapped all our research directions, and nothing works. Let's see, maybe I can help it with, for example, if you open up the dashboard for School of Economics and Business Administration, you can see that we have kind of 11 research directions. And you can open up every direction which has a card, the head of research, the staff involved in the research directions, how it is linked to sustainable development goals. And if you click here you can also see all the research development projects and also all the publications which have published by these persons, these researchers. And you can see all of this also in a figure form or in a network form. These are all the research directions at the School of Economics and Business Administrations, all the people which are linked to the research direction. And if there are kind of interlinks between the topics, then they are through the people. And if I clear all the filters, you should see the fantastic picture which depicts the research at our university. So we mainly use this kind of dashboard for targeting the information about the funding opportunities. It also supports service provision to enterprises, and also our communication department can search for a spokesperson if someone is needed. Now, two last dashboards are not public, but they are very useful to our program managers. One is about curriculum statistics. If you open or filter these results to some specific curriculum, which is currently business administration, all the data linked to this curriculum is available. For example, how many applicants there were, and through the period of 2021 to 2021-5, also number of admitted students. What about the mobility of the students, number of students who studied abroad, and all this kind of information is available. And as I said, every year we ask feedback to curriculum and to courses. And for example, if you open here, then there were 26 respondents last year who evaluated the curriculum. They answered to the statements like, it is interesting to learn in my curriculum, or the courses were ordered logically. Also questions and statements about learning environment, the physical learning environment, information systems that support the studies. I feel that I have been successful in my studies. Also other factors like working while studying, relations between study and work, some feedback for the support system, and so on and so forth. So the program manager actually is provided with this data when he or she writes the report about the curricula. And as we have this dashboard about curriculum, we also have a dashboard for course feedback, which is also, I have filtered out the same curricula. And here you can see the results about teaching or student engagement or overall rating. And I kind of like this heat map where every course of this curriculum is kind of presented related to each other. So if the results are green, then you are above the average, and if they are gray, you are below the average. So the program manager can actually again look at the trend and think what to do with the subjects which are in a gray zone. This doesn't mean that they are bad subjects. Sometimes they are kind of most difficult ones, or something, or maybe they are in a wrong place. Maybe we should teach them in a third semester instead of the first semester. So these are the results, but analysis and analysis have to be made by the program manager. Oh, so this was like a very quick run through of our dashboards, and I think I now give the floor to my TalTech colleagues, and then afterwards we can answer all the questions which are there or not there.
So thank you, Tore. It was also fascinating for us to see what kind of tools you have, because we do not have the similar ones. So at first, I would like to introduce me and my colleague. My name is Reijo Karu. I am the head of Rectorate Strategy Office, and this is Sten-Kevin Lehtsalu, who is the analyst in the office. Just a small descriptions for introduction, because we are also waiting one other colleague to join and to present one of our platforms. At first, I would like to say just a couple of words about the university for you to understand what is the scale and size of the institution that we try to manage. There is approximately 10,000 students, approximately 2,200 staff members, 5 faculties or schools, and we are a technical university, which is actually the only one in the country. So this means that we provide education in all levels, like professional higher education, bachelor, master, PhD studies, etc. So our role in the university, the role of Rectorate Strategy Office, is to support the management team in strategic planning, policy making, university-wide development projects, monitoring and reporting different kind of reports, let's say annual report, financial statements, etc., etc. We are the ones who are following KPIs, mainly on the strategic level, but also some other if needed. Also, we are the ones who are consulting the management in terms of strategic international cooperation. We're the ones who are responsible of risk management, quality management, including institutional accreditation, and also one of the function of the office is to manage the data warehouse. To do all those things, to provide decent support for the management, and we sincerely hope that they will use this kind of advice that we offer to them to raise the level of the usage of data in decision making. We have built a couple of tools. They are not like typical data dashboards, but one is a platform for quality assessment, which also defines the general, how to say, it is an interactive management manual of the university, and it's also public, so anybody can enter. But I would recommend to enter the platform after the presentation, because otherwise we might suffer similar technicalities that our colleagues in Tartu have. So I would like to promote to enter the platform, but after the webinar. And on the other hand, we also show some kind of data-driven management tools which are on the Power BI platform, and those tools are developed for different level of colleagues and units inside the university. And by that I mean that, for example, if somebody in the Office of Academic Affairs needs certain type of tool to make better decision, then we are the ones who are developing this tool on Power BI platform. And maybe since my colleague is not here, who should show the interactive management manual. Maybe we should start from Power BI tools, and my colleague Sten will show our real-time statistics platform. And as I understand, the questions and answers will be at the end of webinar. Okay.
Hi from me. I'm Sten. As Reijo already introduced me, I won't go over my overall introductions. So I'll just start from showing things. First off, I want to I'll just share my entire screen if possible. Perfect. Here, Excel, the most trustworthy tool. I screenshotted a few pictures also to show during the presentation. Here is how our staff sees the Power BI reports and how they can access it. So we have a separate page for it. All our Power BI reports are embedded into our intro web pages. So anybody with staff access in our university can view the reports. As you can see, currently it's showing favorites. So I have favorited a few reports. Also, one of the examples that I'm going to show, like budget report, secondment statistics, personnel statistics, and more. So I'm just showing the favorites because in my reports and all reports, we have 77 visible reports, which users can find their necessary data that they want to see. And 77 is quite a lot of reports, so users don't really use all of them. There are specific reports for certain users. There are even reports for specific reports for only school in TalTech. So only a certain, like IT uses a certain report that is specifically made for them. Sometimes the schools have also a staff member on Power BI reports that handles their own Power BI reports, but most of the overarching reports like budget and secondments and all that information still comes through us. So it's there are other departments that have Power BI people, but the Directorate Strategic Office is the main supporter to get the reports off the ground. And not shown here, there is also a big purple button that says order new report, which users get sent to a ticket where they can fill out what they need, what data, when, and all the specifics. And I look over it because those tickets reach me. And if there are no reports that already match the necessary data, I will look it through and get it to work using our own time, or we also have outside partners to help with producing the necessary reports. And I'll just start showing the specific report examples because all of the reports that I'm going to show right now are not the public reports. So these are all the intro reports. I made specific modified versions of them to be able to show them. Otherwise, they usually have quite a lot of sensitive data that is only meant for inside the university, not outside. for the first report, the modification that I did was that the data shown is only my data. So overall, we can see one thing that the report is in Estonian. Sadly, most of our reports are in Estonian because the staff members that usually author the reports and use the reports are mostly fluent in Estonian. So I'll explain the reports as we go and basically translate what's written, what's the number, and all that. So up here we see usually the structure is that we have a page navigation. We have usually the reports have a description where all the necessary information about using the reports is given. What's the specifics? What's the information that you can see here, and who you should write to if you have problems with the report. Usually there are people who are in charge of the data concerning a specific report. So people can write to us or contact a specific person if they have a specific problem with the data. So the basic things most reports in our university have is if they're not a live report, as in they're showing only the data available right now and are built up as only showing the active data. Then we have a year filter, which you can filter the data basically to whatever level you need in the report. Because we update the reports mostly daily. Some financial reports are updated monthly, like personnel also is fixed at a certain date. That's set so we can the departments can check the quality of the month's results. Does it need any fixing? And then it's fixed on a certain date. But secondments are a report that is updated daily. When secondments get uploaded through the intraweb, we have a specific web page where you can input the data needed. That gets backed up in that server, and then we get that loaded into our data warehouse. Our data warehouse is not the original source of any of the data included in the data warehouse. Different departments have their own data warehouses, their own systems, and the data warehouse just consolidates that data. So we don't usually even have the data in the same views and tables as the main source. We have already specifically set views, data for the reports that need that data. So we don't just collect all the data, we only collect data in the data warehouse that is needed to have reports working. So it's not everything in the about the universities stuck there because maybe sometime in the future we need that. No, it's only what we need right now because through the years we have seen how much the quality of the data that matches that how much the reports are used. So back to secondments, here we can see the basic info, how long my average trip has been, what's the costs. Yeah, this line of data is for the last year. So I don't have any secondments in 2026 set. So this is about 2025. The visual is set, so if I change the year, it shows the last available year. So for me, it's 2025, so it fixates itself that. And under it, we have a table visual which has the amount, days, planned costs, actual costs, and then how many I've been on, and repeating information because I'm the only person in the list at the moment. Usually, you can filter by department, person, or financial account. I'll come back to the financial account a bit later. It's a system for our university to group different costs between departments and units, depending on specific things. But overall, the report just is a tool for people to see how many secondments there have been, what have been the costs of the secondments, have they been approved? Because in the system, you can also get declined depending on if there is missing information and all that. So the management needs a tool to see if the secondments have also been approved through the system. And this is a report that every staff member in the university can use in its full. The data is not that specific that we have to hide it from other users. No, if you're a staff member in the university, you see everybody's secondment information because a lot of that information is already shown in other systems. So it's not a private type of data inside the university. But overall, it's just a tool to visualize, for example, why the secondment was done. So maybe it's a network meetup, maybe it's for a meeting, institutional, or just studying. So it depends on that. And yeah, here we can see Tartu did warn us well because we have a technical difficulty here. Usually here it is a map visual. It's not showing a map visual at the moment. So it's basically a regular map visual. Countries which have secondments are filled out color-wise. And if you hover over the country, you get a similar visual like this one here, which is secondments by country. Most of mine have been in Estonia and two have been in international, so been to Lithuania and Finland. And on the map, it will show 3 countries, and that's that. And yeah, there is a color scale also for how many there have been, but that's not that important. One interesting thing that people use it for is also how were the costs split, how much was spent on certain things for daily budgeting, other expenses, getting their expenses, housing expenses, and all that is possible to be split between different secondments. And there is also a drill to view where you can see the specific secondments in basically an Excel table format. And if one hovers over them, they can see the specific costs for that secondment. So it's gets an overview pretty quickly if you have a lot of workers and you have to manage some report. And this report even has a other page which is a specific import table for a specific data point that we have to submit. It was a wish from some, I think it was personnel, that they needed the secondments in a specific format, in a specific way for data submission. So this is just a page added. Data is set how it needs to be. There's a year selection, and it has all the information that they need to submit. So it's easy to build on the data that you have already. So it's not you get the report done and then it's finished for good. No, you can improve it, you can add on it, and all that. And I want the other pictures I wanted to show are also about the secondment report. This secondment report is actually rebuilt report, which basically was rebuilt by me because the old version was not that comfortable to use. So the pictures I have about the old report don't really have any data anymore because it had a specific type of loading for the data, which we don't use. So it also broke because of that. But this used to have the structural unit on one page and the secondment amounts. Just this space was empty. This was the filled part. And then there was a text table with the secondment amount, and all the numbers are pretty much the same. They were just structured in a really different format. Like it was just tables. Some of them had specific colors for if costs were too high and all that, but it just wasn't that good to use. Yeah, the map visual works, but there's no spots on the map because it doesn't have any data. And some of the pages were really intense, like many tables just put together for all the information that you had this table filled, and all of this filled also. So it was a really intense experience for the user. So it really wasn't that useful in the end because people were overwhelmed by the report, and that's no good either. So I'll show a modified version of the budget report. We also have the income out and costs budgeting. And as said before, we have the financial accounts. In our university, we have a financial account for every department. Then we have financial accounts for every project, and we have secondary financial accounts for things like amortization, for example, which is tracked separately. Some users don't even think about it that often. But budgeting in our university works a way that every financial account has their own budget. So if we filter some specific account from here, it will have a filled budget and actual costs and income that the university had. But to not get into too many details about here, just that most of the logic in this report is actually done in Navision or Nav. So we just load in the data. They set the structure of the report through there. We have to just stack the report blocks in the right way, basically. And that has been an issue in communication, as we don't really know what they're changing. And sometimes if there's a large change, something will break in the report, and then there's an issue of we have a broken report. That this has gotten better over time. And now it's only like small things. I had that this new line in Navision, now we have a blank space. Okay, that's easily solvable, 20 to 30 minutes, and then it's all good. Some of the setup is even that even if something changes, the users won't notice it at all. So that's a very good thing about having a managed report. And as I had technical difficulties before the meeting, I couldn't open all the reports at the same time because my computer started freezing up. I'll have to open the reports right now. So the next report I would like to show is basically a similar view to the student statistics. It has student numbers and specific information if it would load. Yeah. So we have student numbers by studying level, student ratio, gender ratio, what is the split between the schools, how many students are there, and interesting one that might be a bit weird. Currently, there are 3 years selected. So why are there so many bar charts, bars in this bar chart by study entrance? It's because it's calculating the student amounts by which year they admission or got admitted to the university. So here we can see in the 2023 to 2024 school year, we had one student, for example, who has been studying since 2002. That is an interesting data point, which the visual can be used to find weird errors also. So if we have a missing value, there have been students who have been studying from the 1970s. Luckily, that is not true. 50 years is a bit long for any studying program here. So that's just missing values or something like that. But using these visuals, a lot of people can find their necessary information, and we can find missing data points or other anomalies in the data. And some of the visuals are focusing on the specific codes and study fields which we need to think about when we're thinking about the national data submission. And that we have a specific fields where we should teach on, and we can keep track of that. If everything's good about that, we update our systems using their given data, how our study programs are registered in the national databases and all that. And of course, TalTech also has regional colleges, and parts that are outside the main university campus. We have a visual to represent how many are studying in other parts. In the overall university view, it's quite a small amount for the other parts. But as you filter using the schools and other study programs, it gets a lot more useful. And also the classic how many international students we have by school. So has there been any?
Yeah, I think Margus is also has already joined, but maybe you can just describe a little what is needed for the university's management to hold this kind of Power BI system in the office.
Mostly, I think you will need good customers in the university. If there are no good customers or users for reports, then good reports are very hard to make. Most of the improvements for data quality and all that have been from the standpoint of this data point is wrong. But you won't know if it's wrong if you don't have enough data to say this one is wrong, this one is right. But smart users and smart orderers of the reports, they already know the answers for a set amount of years. Maybe they know the past 5 years what the amount should be. And that's enough. Even if we have 1 year, that's good enough that we can set the specific data to aim for the specific data points. Like if something is incorrect, we can fix that. And by doing that, we can step by step improve the data quality.
Mhm. I think we have implemented this kind of visualization of our data through Power BI approximately 4 or 5 years, something
Yes.
like that. And today we have one analyzed in the office, in the central office, and we also have one analyzed in each and other support office or support unit inside the university. Let's say one analyzed in the financial office, one analyzed in the academic affairs office, and etc. etc. And we are using the Power BI platform, paying the licenses, and therefore we do not have to buy in too many different software development services, which is also an advantage for us. Because if we need something exceptional and something special for one unit or for one strategic project, we can develop the report or the dashboard only for that by using our own resources. So the rest of the questions will be at the end of the session, but I think now Margus has also joined, and Margus can maybe introduce a little bit of our interactive management manual, which is called Smart, and it's also developed by our own people. So thank you. Margus, floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. Hello, you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
It's okay. It's very nice. My name is Margus Püüa, and I am the organizational architect, and I work in the Rectorate Strategy Office. I will introduce TalTech quality system and the tool what we use to make it transparent and practical. I talk about our smart interactive management handbook. The first question is why Smart was created. In any organization, if you know, included university, sometimes quality systems as spread out across many documents, web pages, and people's tacit knowledge. That makes it quite slow to orient yourself hard to ensure consistent understanding and difficult to manage improvement systematically. Our Smarties was created to solve this by giving everyone a single reliable entry point to the management systems. So you don't have to guess, ask around, or rely on personal networks to find the right information in this time when you need it and the place where you needed it. The goal is quite simple. When you need to understand what TalTech does and how it works, you should be able to quickly get some answers, quite basics and common questions like what are the university missions, vision, and values, how is the university organized, what are the university core processes, who owns each process and who manages it, which rules, acts, and documents apply, how do we measure performance and quality. Sten already talk the tools what we have for this. What are the main risks and the improvement action? Smart is where we bring all the things together in the one place. As I already said, the Smart is TalTech interactive handbook of the university management and quality system. It has based on the university structure and follow TalTech, our university quality concept, which is, of course, approved on the rector's directive. Smart makes the main processes and related regulations, metrics, and strategy plan implementation projects visible as clear description and as diagrams as well. And the name, if you already catch it, as helpful acronym, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. But in practice for us, it means one place to see the management system end-to-end, which link between responsibilities, rules, indicators, and improvement work. Of course, I think you agree with me that the university is a quite complex organization. We have so many different units, many services, many regulations, many stakeholders, and governance is even more complex because academics and administrative perspectives can sometimes pull in a little bit different direction. For example, finds balancing academic freedom with precisely regulated processes. And the risk in any complex organization is that people work from different assumptions, responsibilities are unclear, improvement becomes ad hoc, and quality discussions become quite subjective. And our Smart reduce that by making the system traceable and comparable. Processes are linked to owners, regulation metrics, and also risk and improvement actions. In other words, it supports a shared understanding of how we run the university and helps turn quality management from the set of documents into usable working systems. And so quite important principle is that we achieved to make the systems that everything what we needed is searchable and linkable. And now I will demonstrate our environment. If you see, there is a short description about this, and there are our visions, missions, and there are some key components what characterized our organization. If I said university management, this consists our processes, university structure, key performance indicators, and strategic plan. And all the things is linkable with others websites as well. For example, when we looking our organizational map is by layer descriptions, head stuff, our university board, rector, senate, vice-rector layers, and deans layers, and institutes and schools layer. And all this, for example, when we looking vice-rector for academic affairs by the colors, we recognize what is their responsibility, for example, Office of Academic Affairs, and of course quite easy to find needed contacts also in every level are linked, and we can quite easy find the right person for certain position. This is our interactive organization map. Quite interesting and important things is how we manage our organization. Again, the overall picture, like picture from the textbook, every organization have their strategic plan and their objective, and again, it's linked our university strategic plan. Exactly in this year, we improved the new strategic plan, and we linked this. It's easy to find what is the main objectives and goals of our university. And it's divided by three main process line: teaching and learning, research and development, and business activities. We're talking about how to transfer the result of the scientists to the society. And of course, the support activities and general management activities. And all the in detail we can to look out, for example, teaching and learning processes divided by small pieces. And every process in university we have described in the model. But in this smart layer, we browse and demonstrate the highest layer of the process map. Every step in the process have their own sub-process model and description. But in this level is quite important what is the main steps of the main processes, what is legal acts which regulated these processes, what is input, what is output, and what is main metrics to measure the project. And if I in introduction already said that in every process we define who is the owner of the process and who is manager. For example, on this degree student management process owner is our vice-rector of academic affairs, Ingrid Pappel, and manager is study director Petra Leesmet. And of course, shown what is the responsible departments, executive departments, and on the other hand, we have direct links for the regulation, which regulate all the study activities in the universities. And this process as well linked with risk management and risk analysis. What risks we describe here, we can see the name of the risk, and we have the link direct to the description as risk as well, and where we can see the activities which taken to manage this risk. For example, the general management process consists different sub-processes like risk management, finance management, etc. For example, risk management has their own process and link to the regulation. That means quite easy to navigate and understand what process is described and how which regulation can use to every day to follow these processes. And in this page, we can link as well to the output of the Power BI reports, which automatically updated every certain period, and we can show the important key performance indicator as well in this viewpoint as well. We can check what is the processes and what is the relations, what is the owners, and what is the management, and what is the output indicators as well. And you can try to navigate in our environment as well, because it's open for everyone. Okay. Do you have any questions about this?
We have Q&A session after the whole presentation. If everything is finished, then we will move to the questions, but probably would you like to finalize on behalf of TalTech, or do you have any other comments on TalTech?
Reija.
I don't hear you, colleagues. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think we presented everything that was planned by us. And we are happy to introduce something extra or answer any kind of questions which we are able to do. So I think we should start the Q&A session if it's okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, colleagues, so for your presentations and for sharing your experience. I'm pretty sure it is very useful for our universities, and I noted I actually answered some questions in Q&A area. The universities asked if these presentations will be available and if we record the webinars. Yes, in the beginning we announced that the webinar is recorded and will be available at our agency YouTube channel, so all interested people could upload it and again listen or review this presentation. So thank you very much. Also, there were some thank you notes, and thank you for sharing experience and useful information, which is very well practically applicable, and our colleagues also would like to know if you have any links, or if you have any contact details or how they can contact you. So probably you would like to share where the chat area, whom to contact if they would like to cooperate or to ask any further questions. We also have collected the questions from the registration forms of our colleagues from Ukrainian universities, and thank you very much. So because just to let know to all participants that we shared all these questions with our speakers, and colleagues covered almost all of them. So I just have a couple more questions which are coming, and probably you would like to add on them. So the question from the audience: that what were the biggest challenges when building these systems, and if a university is at an early stage of institutional QA development as well as this system development, where should it start? So if anybody would like to answer from University of Tartu or from TalTech colleagues, please. What were the biggest challenges, and from what point to start?
So I think we are already kind of warm, so maybe we should start. Well, this is a personal point of view, I would say, at the beginning, and I think the biggest challenge for us has been the data, and in these terms, that the data should be reliable and should also look reliable. Sometimes it's like it actually is reliable, but it doesn't look so because people have found some other sources which have slightly different numbers, but not exactly the same. And therefore, you have to maintain certain authority, and to have or to gain this authority of the data quality, you have to provide a really good explanation why numbers in certain time and certain place sometimes are slightly different. Because people who are using those reports or any kind of statistics dashboards doesn't always realize that the same data from the same sources might provide a bit different outcome if you change the terms, if you change the dates, and if you change some other aspects which they are not aware. I think the biggest challenge has been to maintain the authority of the quality of the data. So this is my personal opinion. Maybe you can say some other technical comment on that.
It's not even a technical comment, but more of a our doctorate students are being counted by the study department and by the science and research departments. But the methodology that they use to count them and how to group them and all that is quite similar, but there are key differences. One uses study programs, the other uses the lead lead staff member that is attributed to their study plan, and that that's a mismatch of data basically. It's called the same thing, everything is the same, but the methodology behind the calculation is completely different. So there are going to be points where the numbers don't add up to a specific methodology. Sometimes it is necessary to find out why that happens. And sometimes it's really both are correct. There is no wrong answer. They are both the correct answer. They are just answers to a slightly different question. And that is one of the hardest points to give like information to people, that those two numbers both are correct. They're just for different points of view. Because people see two different numbers, one has to be correct, the other one has to be incorrect. No, sadly, in this, both numbers can be incorrect, both numbers can be correct, or in between. So that is a challenge indeed.
I think in our case, it was the kind of challenge to move from these fragmented data sets into one consistent data set. As I said, some information are gathered through APIs, but some have to be generated in different departments, and they all have to come together into one cohesive data set. So probably this thing is the hardest for us.
Yeah, Margus, would you like to add anything here, or?
Yes, from is look how to describe the process is main question, how to find the right level of detail, because when you try to describe all process very low level of detail, this is a quite big amounts of work, and the real life change very quickly, and it's quite tricky to take all the description up to date. because the need to do some changes in the processes, it's needed by every day.
Okay, thank you very much. And I also noted that some questions were related to faculty engagement. Did you have any or face any issues with faculty engagement or from the user side? So from how they use it and if everybody is happy and how you manage these processes?
Yeah, for the beginning, you have to say that there is never such situation that everybody is happy. But to be honest, I think of course, we have faced some challenges to engage the end time users or the faculty members. But to be honest, I think the majority of the users in our case are either somebody from the support structure or the heads of the academic units. And the heads of the academic units, they need to be engaged because they need this data for planning, they need this data for making decisions, and they need this data to ask funding. So therefore, they are not too difficult to engage, but of course, it is difficult to pleasure them all at the same time because not all the institutes or academic units follow the same development path. They do not follow the same ambition, and sometimes they do not use the same methodology in terms of how to plan or lead the resources of the academic unit. Therefore, we do not have this kind of centralized and comprehensive dashboard for the heads of academic units, as Tartu has. But on the other side, I think that a lot of them have had quite personal Power BI report made only for them. And therefore, we have to say that to please them all, you have to tailor make a lot of different tools.
I would add that the amount of angry emails has dropped. So if somebody else is in this field, it gets better, hopefully, at some point, but it does get better.
Okay, thank you. Doril, any comment here? Or?
I agree with my colleagues. The most difficult thing is to engage the people, but I think that we can do it step by step. At the beginning, the dashboards were not used as much, but as the managers and the heads of faculties kind of get to see the benefits of the data, then they start to use these systems more and more. And we also have Power BI reports, mainly linked to our HR department. But these are like very detailed and even I can't access them because the information is very confidential there. But the general dashboards also, the popularity of the dashboards has increased during the time.
Okay, thank you very much. So some more questions has appeared in Q&A. So let us read them. So thank you very much for the extremely useful transfer of knowledge and the application of a process approach and visualization at both universities is impressive. Where is this development carried out by university staff, or did you collaborate with external consultants?
We can start.
In our
Sorry.
In our case, there is one person behind the dashboards and one person behind the university's Power BI reports, and they are our own people, so no external experts were engaged.
Thank you. Yes, colleagues from TalTech.
Yeah, we do have a external partner. So if some report gets really technical, like the financial ones, they have to be a bit more specific or need a lot of time, because currently in this office I'm the only analyst on the Power BI reports. Before we had one extra staff member here, also analyst, but they're currently on maternity leave. So two tables have turned into one table. So now, yeah, if something is a bigger piece, they go to the partner. If we can solve it in-house, we of course solve it in-house, because the partner's time comes with a pretty big premium on the funds, about 5 times premium at least. So if we can do it quickly ourselves, then of course no point in using the precious funds to do that. But if it's a more technical detail that needs to be done in a specific way, of course we'll use the partner. But sometimes it's just the secondment report I showed you. Outside partners did make the first one. But the issue with using outside partners is that they do not know the specifics about users, about the university. You have to give them that information. That giving them that information also costs time and money. And if you give them free rein to go bother other staff members to get the information, then you're costing other departments time and money. So you really have to manage that part also with outside developers and even inside developers. If you don't have an order and start making reports from a list of reports that you want, then you have to deal with the fact that other staff members from other departments might not be very happy to help you if they're not themselves included in the process.
Thank you very much. Our time is approaching toward the end, but in the live Q&A, in the live Q&A area, we have 2 more questions, and actually one of them has been almost fully covered, how all this data collected for analysis in the dashboards. And the second one is such a dashboard at other universities in the Estonia or in other countries of the Europe. We cannot say about the other countries of Europe, and probably about other universities in Estonia. Do you know any other examples? Or maybe Hilar can also contribute here. So if anybody knows, please share. But of course, these questions, I think, not to colleagues from they presented the university systems for concrete universities, University of Tartu and TalTech University. And colleagues, would you like to contribute to these questions, or?
Well, to be honest, I think that I'm not aware which universities have which tools, but maybe you can. Have you seen anything in Estonia?
We have talked with the Tartu colleagues, exactly, but other universities, sadly, we don't know. We have the national dashboards, the Haridussilm ones, which I am very happy about, because I get to check the data from an outside source, which should have the confirmed data. So I'm very happy that exists.
Maybe this is type of question that can be answered by Hillar, who most probably have seen much more different dashboards in Estonia than we are.
Probably also I have no information about this, but I may comment that yes, we have this Haridussilm education area state system, and also for research we have Teadussilm. It's a research area also system, so it's national systems. And Actually, other universities in Estonia are much smaller than the two universities participating today, that they probably don't have such comprehensive systems.
Okay, colleagues. So thank you very much. We have approached toward the end of the webinar, and as we see the feedback from our participants, it was of huge interest, and these tools are very useful. And thank you very much for being available to share this experience with the Ukrainian colleagues. At the peak of the webinar, we had more than 150 participants, and even toward the end, at the end, we have still more than 100 participants. So everybody was interested by the very end. So thank you very much. And also, this webinar will be available at our YouTube channel. So according to our statistics, many people are coming later because sometimes they cannot join to the live session, but they can watch the recording. So thank you very much to all speakers, to Haka for supporting this and supporting this webinar, and to all Estonian colleagues for your huge support, both professionally and also personally. And thank you very much. And looking forward for further collaboration. And National Agency for Higher Education Quality Assurance is ready and open to share information, to help to connect with Estonian and Ukrainian universities. So you're welcome to contact us if you need any further information or any further support from national agency. Hilar, would you like to close the webinar on Haka before?
Sorry, I have here very bad internet connection. I don't know why, so I missed something you already told, but I very much hope that it was very useful for all the Ukrainian universities who participated in this webinar. And of course, the project will end tomorrow, but not our cooperation. So
Yeah.
we will see.
Thank you very much, dear colleagues, and yeah, take care. Bye.
Thank you and Jakuju.
No, thank you. Bye. Bye.